They say you are the greatest detective. And yet you did not see this coming. Back from Stay, my nerd!
In Batman Knightfall Part 1, Bane's greatest achievement is that he understands who Batman is well enough to engineer the circumstances of his defeat. Bane does not simply walk into Gotham and challenge the Dark Knight to a fight. Instead, he studies his enemy, discovers that Batman is Bruce Wayne, learns what motivates him, identifies the people and memories that make him vulnerable, and then constructs a plan specifically designed to destroy him. Bane realizes that defeating Batman physically while he is healthy and prepared would be difficult. Therefore, he chooses a far more effective strategy, which is to make Batman defeat himself through his own determination to protect Gotham. By the time Bane finally confronts him, Batman is exhausted, injured, emotionally unstable, isolated from his allies, and haunted by his previous failures. Bane has essentially spent the entire movie preparing Batman for one final confrontation, and it ends with the Batman being broken.
Fend for yourself, Batman.
The first and most important thing Bane does is learn exactly who he is fighting. Batman is Bruce Wayne, the son of Thomas Wayne, a wealthy and traumatized man whose entire identity has been shaped by the murder of his parents. Bane understands that this distinction is crucial. Bruce has constructed his entire life around the belief that he must prevent other people from suffering the kind of tragedy he experienced as a child. This makes Bruce's sense of responsibility his greatest strength and his greatest weakness. Batman is willing to sacrifice his own comfort, safety, relationships, and even his health if he believes that doing so will save someone else. Bane recognizes this almost immediately. He understands that Batman will always respond to a crisis. If Gotham is threatened, Batman will not sit in the Batcave and wait for the danger to pass. He will go out and fight until the danger is gone, regardless of how badly injured or exhausted he becomes.
You haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago. You need to rest.
I'll rest when everyone that's escaped is captured, not before.
Bane therefore does not begin by fighting Batman. He begins by giving Batman too much to fight. The destruction of Arkham Asylum is the foundation of Bane's entire strategy. By destroying Arkham and releasing its inmates, Bane creates a massive crisis across Gotham. Batman suddenly has dozens of dangerous criminals loose in the city, and every one of them represents another potential victim. Bane knows Batman will feel personally responsible for stopping them. The escape is a carefully constructed distraction and exhaustion machine. Every villain Batman captures requires time and energy. Every hostage situation requires his attention. Every criminal loose in Gotham represents another problem that Batman cannot ignore. Bane knows that Batman's morality will prevent him from simply prioritizing his own safety. Bruce will continue fighting because people could die if he stops. That is exactly what Bane wants, and that is exactly what happens.
The liberation of Gotham begins.
I have to go.
Batman is effectively placed in a situation where his greatest virtue becomes a weapon against him. His determination to protect Gotham prevents him from recognizing that he is being manipulated. He believes he is responding to a disaster, but in reality, he is following a path that Bane deliberately created for him. The consequences become obvious almost immediately. Batman has not slept for days. Tim notices it. Alfred notices it. Everyone around Bruce can see that he is pushing himself beyond his limits. Yet Bruce refuses to stop. When he is told that he needs rest, his response is that he will rest when every escaped inmate has been captured. This is exactly the psychological weakness Chandra identified earlier in the movie. She realizes that Bruce's life revolves around helping other people while refusing to acknowledge that he himself needs help. She warns him that if he continues refusing help, something will eventually break. That warning becomes almost prophetic.
When I ask you what gives you hope, seems obvious to me, but people, helping people, is that you don't recognize the need to be helped in return.
I'm tired, Chandra.
Have you slept?
There's no time.
Bane's plan is essentially to force Bruce into the exact situation Chandra warned him about. Bruce believes he must personally solve everything. Bane gives him a crisis large enough that Bruce's need for control becomes destructive. Rather than relying on his allies, resting, or accepting that Gotham's problems cannot all be solved by one person, Bruce attempts to carry the entire city on his shoulders. The more Batman works, the weaker he becomes. The more criminals he fights, the more injuries he accumulates. The more injuries he accumulates, the less effective he becomes. And the less effective he becomes, the more desperately he pushes himself. Bane has created a vicious cycle. This is why the Arkham Breakout is such an important part of the plan. Bane does not need to personally injure Batman every day. He simply needs to make sure Batman continues putting himself in situations where injury and exhaustion are inevitable. The escaped villains become Bane's indirect weapons.
Oh, my days! I've never seen that before.
I got him! I got the Batman!
Each confrontation costs Batman something. None of these individual encounters necessarily defeats him, but together they slowly wear him down. Bane is essentially conducting a war of attrition against one man, and Batman does not even realize that he is fighting a war. Bane does not merely want Batman physically weakened. He wants Batman to lose the control that defines him. Batman has always separated himself from his enemies by refusing to become them. His refusal to kill is one of the fundamental principles of his identity. If Bane can make Batman lose control, then he can attack the very foundation of Bruce's belief in himself. Zsasz even sees the change before Batman fully understands it. He recognizes that Batman is wavering. Montoya sees it too. She tells the commissioner that Batman is losing control and is no longer operating the way he normally does. Bane's plan is not simply to reduce Batman's physical strength. It is to undermine the discipline that allows Batman to live.
Oh, look at him. Tired, wavering. Just like me.
Oh yeah.
Your hero, Commissioner? He's losing control.
Bane's goal is to destroy Batman's identity as much as his body. For years, Bruce has operated under the assumption that he must be the one standing between Gotham and disaster. Bane demonstrates the consequence of that belief. By refusing to stop, Bruce makes himself vulnerable to exactly the kind of enemy who understands how to exploit his obsession. Bane uses Batman's greatest strength to defeat him. Batman refuses to quit. Bane counts on that. Batman wants to save everyone. Bane creates too many people to save. Batman refuses to abandon Gotham. Bane makes Gotham's problems impossible to ignore. Batman refuses to rest. Bane waits for exhaustion. Batman cares deeply about Robin. Bane uses Robin as bait. Batman carries the trauma of Jason Todd. Bane weaponizes that trauma. Batman believes he must do everything himself. Bane isolates him until he has almost no one left to rely upon. Every quality that makes Batman heroic becomes a vulnerability that Bane can exploit.
Jason.
Jason.
This city would be better off without you. You're the reason Gotham suffers!
While you let them die, Bruce. While you sat in an alley mewling like a calf.
That is what makes Bane such a dangerous opponent. He does not simply ask, "How can I beat Batman?" He asks, "What does Batman need in order to remain Batman?" Then he systematically takes those things away. Batman needs physical strength. Bane exhausts his body. Batman needs mental discipline. Bane attacks his mind. Batman needs emotional stability. Bane weaponizes his trauma. Batman needs his allies. Bane manipulates him into pushing them away. Batman needs hope. Bane tells him that everything he has built has made Gotham weaker. And Batman needs his belief that he can protect people. Bane threatens the people Bruce cares about most. By the time Bane finally breaks his back, he has attacked nearly every pillar supporting Bruce Wayne's identity. And that breaking of Batman's back symbolizes the collapse of the person who believed he could carry everything.
Arkham, the gangs, the police will be stretched so thin that Batman will pick up the slack.
Right now, we're all that stands between those inmates and the fall of Gotham.
But he's not here to fight these crazies. Gotham City will already be lost.
Bane's victory in Knightfall is a victory of preparation, psychology, and strategy as much as physical strength. He discovers who Batman really is, studies Bruce Wayne's history, understands his motivations, and then constructs a situation tailored specifically to exploit them. The destruction of Arkham is the opening move. The release of the villains is the mechanism for exhausting Batman. The chaos in Gotham keeps Bruce in the field. The accumulating injuries weaken his body. The psychological pressure destabilizes his mind. Robin becomes an emotional weapon. Jason Todd becomes a source of guilt. Alfred and Tim become reminders of the people Bruce fears he cannot protect. And when Bruce is finally isolated, exhausted, injured, and emotionally vulnerable, Bane steps in to deliver the final attack.
Bane. You're losing it, Bats. Really losing it.
I have sought you out, Batman.
That can't be Batman, can it?
What's going to happen to the city?
The most important part of Bane's plan is that Batman helps execute it. Bane knows Bruce will respond to the Arkham breakout exactly as he does. He knows Bruce will refuse to rest. He knows Bruce will prioritize Gotham over himself. He knows Bruce will push away anyone who threatens his control. He knows Bruce will come when his allies are endangered. Bane barely has to force Batman down the path. He simply creates the circumstances and allows Bruce's own personality to carry him toward the inevitable confrontation. Batman loses because Bane made sure that when they finally fought, Batman was no longer operating at his best. Bane did not just break Batman's back. He broke him piece by piece. He broke his body. He broke his confidence. He broke his sense of control. He broke his emotional defenses. He broke his connection with his allies. And finally, he broke the body that had carried all of those burdens for years.
Someday, he won't be here to clean up our city's mess, and it's gonna be up to us.
Good God. This place is about to become hell on earth.
Bane turns Batman's own mission against him. Batman spends his life believing that he must be the shield protecting Gotham from its worst threats. Bane realizes that the shield itself can be attacked by overwhelming it with more threats than it can handle. Once Batman is forced to carry the entire city on his shoulders, Bane only has to wait until those shoulders finally collapse. And when Bane tells Gotham to fend for itself after Batman falls, the meaning of his victory becomes clear. He has not merely defeated a man in a costume. He has deliberately attempted to destroy the symbol that Gotham has depended upon for years. The broken back is only the ending. The real defeat began the moment Bane learned who Bruce Wayne was and decided that the best way to defeat Batman was to make Bruce Wayne carry the weight of Gotham until he could no longer stand.